You know what, folks? Change is not easy. I can be standing in a pile of manure up to my neck, but it's familiar, it's warm, and it's comfortable. And I know what it is. And it's like when my mother carried me for 9 months when I was born. Here I am, a little baby in my mother's room. I'm doing the backstroke, swimming around, in this water, and then all of a sudden the water breaks, and it's like my whole world's coming to an end. And then all of a sudden I'm getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and I'm pushed out into a new life. And that's what change is all about. Change is about motion and uncertainty. Welcome to the new economy. Think of a little, I kind of feel like a substitute teacher doing this. But if we don't know about the past, then we sure in heck won't understand the future. It's a little mini history lesson. The Industrial Revolution in the United States occurred during the first 100 years of our country, where the economy progressed from manual labor and farm labor to industrial labor. There were many improvements in manufacturing. Essentially, we transformed from an agrarian or farm society to making goods through manufacturing jobs. Examples of the Industrial Revolution: 1793, Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. That's how suddenly our clothes were able to be made quickly, economically, and bada bing, bada boom. 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. 1879, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. 1903, the Wright brothers make the first powered airplane flight. And then from there, we went from an industrial revolution economy to a service economy. The service economy actually began around 1968. The current list of Fortune 500 companies, mind you, contains more service companies and fewer manufacturers than in previous decades. The service economy is concentrated in financial services, hospitality, retail, health, human services, information technology, education, and transportation. And I throw in transportation because, just think of Uber, Lyft. If I need something from um, delivered from a fast food place, I can call DoorDash or I can call Grubhub. You know, those are all service jobs, even though they're driving a vehicle. Many products were transformed into services. I'm going to give you an example about IBM. IBM treats its business as a service business, even though it still manufactures computers. It sees the physical goods as a very small part of its business solutions industry. They have found that the price of demand for business solutions is much less than for hardware. There's been a corresponding shift to a subscription pricing model. We see that everywhere. Amazon, you got to pay so much a month if you want Prime. Everything's going to a subscription model. I get it all the time from different places that I deal with. You could have food delivered to your house through, it's a company called Instacart in my area, and you can subscribe to the service and it's cheaper. So, all of these are services. But what I finally realized when the bipartisan infrastructure plan got passed is that, and I personally like to call it this new economic revolution, the solar revolution. Its time has come. Every economic revolution throughout our history has had its time, and this time it's solar energy. Included also in the bipartisan plan are roads, bridges, dams, and tunnels, which are in desperate need of repair because they haven't been touched in years. I can't even remember how long, and I'm not a young man. Included in that infrastructure plan is billions of dollars for research and development in scientific research into clean energy and clean energy jobs, electronic chips, and electric vehicle batteries. Ohio and Michigan are examples of current chip manufacturing going on right now. It's happening all around us, but we're not comfortable with it because it's not familiar. Like I talked about being, up to my neck in manure, it was warm and comfortable, but I needed to get out of it because I needed to embrace change. The one thing we have to keep in mind is that things will not change immediately. Infrastructure is slow, and it should be, so that we make the right decisions. It's not exciting or it's certainly not sexy, but gosh, is it ever important. The Democrats are really pushing and developing this new economy. So on November the 8th, vote blue and vote Democrat to support our new economy. Thank you.